Cool. We got the proof. We got the info. Let's go here. Hey, welcome. Welcome on my live. Please drop your name. Let me know who you are. The purpose of this live is to educate you on how to fix your credit for free. I'm not holding anything back. So in the short time, I expect to be on this live for maybe like 25 minutes, because that's how long it's going to literally take me to repair this person's credit, assuming that, most of the stuff that we're disputing in this round, which I honestly think are going to get removed the first round, which I will explain, throughout this video. I can't show you my screen because it's private information, but I will tell you what I'm doing today. And after this, 15-minute, 20-minute live, I got to hop on a call and help another client. And she actually joined my live, I think a week ago, and she got credit repair for a significantly reduced price. How about that? All right. So right now, I am writing to the CFPB. I'm going to share with you what I'm writing. That way you know what you might want to write to the CFPB. So what I'm disputing right now is a person's credit report, the personal information section side. So let me share with you the things that I see. And I'm so glad I'm able to get into their Credit Karma today. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations of their name. And I'm also seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different addresses. And I'm also seeing 1, 2, 3 different employers, businesses, whatever. I like what I'm seeing. Why? Because I just know the 12, 10, 15, whatever years I've been in this business, more than a decade, definitely. I know when I see files like this, it's a gold mine. So I'm very happy. This brother is going to get some good results just by seeing the personal information section side. What I don't like to see in terms of, trying to fix someone's credit is when everything's all perfect. Because here's the thing, credit repair is possible because it's not perfect. When it's reported perfectly and accurately, there's really nothing you can do, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. So I can literally look at a file and I could tell you what are the possibilities. And I say possibilities because there is a possibility that you can't get this stuff removed the first time, because we don't live in a perfect world. We're up against bureaus, we're up against creditors, right? They're on the other side voting and playing against you. So let's begin. Without further ado, let me copy and paste all this nonsense and submit it to the CFPB. Okay. This is from the top of my head. And the beauty of doing it from the top of your head is that when you've done credit repair for so long, you can, you know what to say, you know what to write. All right. The steps in the CFPB, which is consumerfinance.gov. For those of you that don't know, I chose certain options because when you dispute information, you have to choose certain options. And honestly, CFPB is lightning fast. I could dispute things online, but the client is not responding to me. He's busy. So I got kicked out online. So I'm just going to do it this way because I don't want to wait for him. Which is, in fact, there's no problem with this. I've had tremendous amount of success getting personal information off a credit report, just disputing with the CFPB, right? Ideally, I like to do it with the credit bureaus, but I've had a lot of success with the CFPB. So I don't want to wait, let time go by. The guy that I'm working on, he's a busy dude, and I just don't want to wait. I want to fix this stuff right now. The good news is that CFPB will alert the bureaus and they will basically get them to fix this stuff within less than a week versus sending by mail. which could take, I don't know, you know. Typically, rule of thumb, you can dispute things. It's a safe way to dispute things online. Unless when you dispute things with the bureaus online, the bureaus can prevent you from removing certain personal information if a creditor has verified it. Meaning stuff that they're pulling through LexisNexis or even LCI, because there's a lot of shit on there that bureaus are getting access to. They're a data broker. If you haven't got that off of LexisNexis and LCI, which is now like G2 Risk Solutions, they were bought by an Indian company. You know, you may have difficulty getting it off. Or if it's listed, if a creditor that you haven't opened an account with has verified that that's your address, that could be a difficult part. CFPB can work around that, so let's do it. All right. I'm writing the... Guys, drop some questions in the live. I'll be more than happy to answer them today for you. And maybe if I'm feeling good, I might help you for free today. I'm definitely going to share with you what I'm doing. I'm writing... because I am having much difficulty. Now, when you dispute things with the CFPB, there's options. These options limit you to what you can do. However, when you choose the simpler route of disputing just your personal information, it's then addressed as just a personal information issue. However, when you write a nice paragraph stating that you've had limited or extreme difficulty disputing this information with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, this is why you're resulting to the CFPB to open a can of whoop-ass, that would categorize that dispute in a much better way. It doesn't always happen, but I think, in my opinion, when they actually see that what you're writing in the dispute actually would be categorized in other options, such as, you know, misuse of the credit report, being denied access, it's going to add an extra, you know, layer of effectiveness from what I've seen, because I've been able to see things get escalated because of things like this. Okay, so I'm running the CFP today because I'm having difficulty retrieving this credit reports. And this particular person has a name on his credit report with a misspelled letter. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And there's also a middle initial that is, there's 5 variations of this name. The first variation, which is the first, middle, and last name, is correct. But then we see 1, 2, 3, 4 different variations of the name, which the second variation is the first and last name. But the last name, there's a letter that's not right. And then we go into the third variation, which is the last name, the middle initial that's not correct, and the last name that is correct. So but the third one is just the middle initial that's not supposed to be that letter. So that right there is clearly somebody else. This person can get their stuff wiped off clean because it's potentially fraud. It's potentially, you know, someone else's stuff that's on your credit report. If someone else's name is being reported on your credit report, believe me, there's some stuff going on that should not, other people's names shouldn't be on your credit report. Don't you guys know this? Yeah, it shouldn't. And then we have the fourth variation, which is, again, it's another misspelt initial. This is such a common name, and it's not even a white name like white American. It's a name from a different. This person's obviously not Caucasian, which is they're a minority, and it's interesting because there's common names outside of America, and this person has, damn, 1, 2, 3, 4 different names that are not his. So it's clear that all the stuff that we want to get removed, we're going to push it hard and get removed. Okay, if the law allows us to, and their limited ability to investigate the item results in it getting removed, you better believe I'm going to get it all from my client. I don't play nice with these bureaus. Okay. Okay, so we're there. Addresses, guys, drop your name or whatever in the comment if you have a question with credit repair. If something's bothering you, let me know. I'm here to help you. All right, I'm writing to the CFPB today because I'm having much difficulty retrieving my latest credit reports. That's a violation right there. And updating and or removing addresses. So that's a double whammy that are not mine. That opens up the fraud stuff. And also names that are not mine. Addresses that are not mine and names that are not mine. That's a whole red alert right there. That's a red alert. But how the CFP works is it really limits you how you can navigate the problem. But when you're going the easy route to explain a big problem, it helps out a lot. Okay. My correct name is attached in the documents of this complaint. I'm not going to put their name into the body here because there's 2 sections when you file a complaint with the CFPB. There's a box and it says just describe what happened, and we'll send your comments to the companies involved. So remember, right, if creditors see the stuff in there, you want to make sure that if there's something that you don't want them to see, because you could use this to your advantage, you don't put it in that box. Okay, that's another thing. You can add it as an attachment, but privacy rights, I mean, bureaus are allowed to have access to your personal documents. Creditors are not, unless you give them written instructions. The CFPB knows this, so you don't got to tell them. However, as it states right here, this box, everything that you put in this box is going to be shared, may be shared with creditors. So be careful. There's something that you don't want them to see. And when you're a skilled credit repair expert, you fully understand what you want a creditor to know and what you don't want them to see, right? I'll contact you via your website. Thanks, bro. FHUS, thank you so much for joining my live. Don't know who the F you are, but yeah, thanks. PinnacleCreditRepair.com. Just put your information in there, book a consultation with me. I had a lot of people book this morning, but I missed one consultation because I was busy, sorry. They didn't, respond. So when you book a consultation with me, I will confirm with you. I'll send you a text, like if you book a consultation with me tomorrow, like at 3 p.m., I'm going to text you the day before, and if you don't reply to my text message, I don't really care about you. I'm just too busy. If you guys really want this, you got to be on your shit, okay? Because these days I don't have time. I literally have to spend time helping you guys and actually simultaneously fixing a file right now for a customer. That's how busy I am. So I'm not posting any more videos. I have already enough videos on YouTube, but the time it takes to edit these videos and fix them up and then put them on YouTube is like hours, man. So I'm not posting any more content recently. In the future I will, but I'm just too busy right now. Okay, my correct name is attached to the documents of this complaint. I'm gonna save this live, so if you guys are in a hurry, just reference back to the video. I'm gonna save it so you guys have access to it. my name, my correct name is attached to the documents of this complaint. Okay. The names listed below are not mine, neither are the accounts in question there. And then we put in parentheses. So the name, let's say it's John Oswald, it's not my name. Put the name there, all the variations of the names that you don't want in your credit report. Then you put a parentheses, okay? You put, let me show you what I put. Let's see what I put in my notes. Yeah, I gotta reference my notes. Off the top of my head, I would put never, not mine, never, this name is someone that belongs to someone else. That's what I would put. But just to make sure, let me show you my cheat sheet. This is my cheat sheet. Remove access for that guy. Okay, Brad is calling me. Give me 1 second. Hello, Brad.
Hey, Andre, how are you, sir?
Great, great. Hey, I'm on a live training right now. Can we schedule a call? Like, I'll be free in about an hour. Is that okay with you?
I'm gonna be heading back to work. What does your schedule look like tomorrow?
Early tomorrow. Just let me know. Tomorrow I'll make available for you. So just tell me the time you want tomorrow. We'll do it. So you're East Coast, right? No, Mountain Standard
Central.
Time.
No, I'm Central.
Central. Okay,
Yeah,
even
it's
further.
1:30 here.
Okay, so what time would you like?
So, and it would, oh, shoot, 9, about.
Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thank you.
You have to have a half an hour though, because it's going to be a call where, you know, I go into your reports and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Maybe we should schedule it for Wednesday morning, because that way I'll know I'll be off work.
Okay, Wednesday morning, I'll send you the link. Make sure you have 30 minutes aside.
Okay. Perfect. No problem.
Okay, cool, because there's a bunch of stuff that we didn't need to address, and in that call, I'm going to go over pretty much everything you've been emailing me back and forth. So. Okay.
Awesome.
See you Wednesday, man.
Sounds great. Have a good day. I'll talk to you then.
You too, bye. Okay, that was one of my clients, existing client. He's been a client for almost a year, maybe a year, I don't know. He referred his mother, and yeah, dealing with a lot of stuff, identity theft stuff. So let's look at this. Okay, cool. I have confirmed that I've never resided. Okay. Okay, cool. We can copy and paste this shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I gotta show you guys my cheat sheet. Okay, so this is my, should I share this? Yeah, okay. This is my cheat sheet that I personally made. Dispute life cycle. We dispute always in a tier system. And there's, you know, 1, 2, 3 tiers. And in these tiers, which is not showing you right here, there's subsets of these tier ones, like I put it T1, section A, section B, section C, goes all the way to Z. Tier 1 has A through Z methods of disputing. So I created that myself. I looked at all the past clients that I've had, and I also looked at other people's disputes with CFPB and CDIA, and I've looked at, you know, what's most likely going to work. And I've created this tier system of credit disputing, which would basically be recommended for certain people with certain problems. Some people, when I get a client, another credit repair expert has already completed what I consider a tier 1 level dispute or a tier 2. I have my definitions, which I will not tell you that what they are. They're secret to me. I'll share with you, some stuff, but not all this shit. It's a big document. Look, it's very big. I can't show you it, but it's pretty big. And yeah, here I can show you this. Here's an example dispute letter. Does it have people's? Okay, no, it doesn't. So, example dispute letter. In this document, there's going to be lots of different stuff, So, tier 1 dispute A goes all A through Z. That's what I created. Now, where did I learn this stuff? I learned this from the godheads of credit repair and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The people that pretty much were there up in Congress that made the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that created Lexington Law. Lexington Law has different histories, right? So it's evolved. So what you know of Lexington Law to date is not what Lexington Law or what several lawyers from Salt Lake City, because credit repair came from Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you're working with a law firm in Salt Lake City, chances are they're pretty good. So all the top law firms in Salt Lake City, I have, their cell phone numbers, access to them. This is where I learned how to fix credit. And outside of them, there are other experts as well that I learned from. And even people that I collaborate from, I learn new things every day. People that have other credit repair companies I collaborate with, not with everyone, but with a lot of people. On my LinkedIn, if you guys add me on my LinkedIn, you could see other credit repair people. Okay, so let's get back to this. Gotta get back to this. Okay, so guys, drop some questions if you have any questions. This is a free live. You're learning from, an OG in credit repair, a boss. I've fixed so many files, like literally sitting in this chair, different chairs. I haven't always lived here in this place. This name is not mine. Okay, so in the CFPB section, like I said, you have the ability to go to the fraud route or incorrect information on your credit report route, which is good, which is great. However, when you are disputing personal information in a particular fashion, that pretty much gives a precedent and the reason that there is some fraud. So you're just preparing the steps. You can go that route, but you got to understand a lot of people are going in that route in the beginning. And there's certain, departments of the CFPB, right? There is a anatomy of the CFPB. And if you go to the route that's really congested with lots of complaints, they're just going to turn your shit and not really care, right? It's an automated response. The CFPB has a limited budget for disputes. There's a threshold on a daily basis, and you're just dealing with an automated system. Okay, so we got that, we addressed that, and then we'll put here, and then you can just say you never worked there. How do they verify it? The burden of proof is on them. So you could say you've never worked there. This doesn't belong to you. What are the repercussions for this? There's none. There's really none. What if you work there? If they can't verify it, then it's not a big deal. It's like a white lie. It's not going to be a big deal. Just say they have to prove that you work there. Dealing with certain accounts, you don't want to do that. You want to do it a different way. I'll tell you that later. Not everything that I say, not every way how you dispute this information will you, dispute a negative account, like a collection or charge off. There's different negative accounts. There's, credit cards, there's mortgage accounts, there's, foreclosures that you might want to remove. Bankruptcies are disputed a different way. There's a lot of prep work with bankruptcies. So employment info. I never. Okay. Let's put that in there in parentheses. I never worked there. Now the addresses, okay? we put in parentheses for each address we want to remove. Parentheses. This address belongs to somebody else with a similar name as me. Boom, right there. Oh shit. So we have that, then I'm going to copy and paste that and put it beside each address. I wish I can show you my screen. I was thinking, I can't show you my screen because this is someone's personal information. But what I can do is perhaps I can mimic this credit report in exchange with putting fake addresses with the hopes that the address, the fact that there are multiple variations of an address will give you a, an example of what is close to this report. That's what I can do, but that will take some time to do that. I'll do that later for you guys. I was thinking about that the other day. Okay, we're having a problem with this. We can't do it that way. But it's funny because most people don't have the patience to do what I'm doing right now. Now I'm talking to you guys and I'm educating you at the same time. If I wasn't, I'd be doing this pretty quick, but still, like I said, this will take about 25 minutes. I've been on this call for 30 minutes already, so I got to wrap things up. But good thing we're just disputing this personal information here. It's not a big deal. Okay. Let's go to Gemini. Use some AI. You could use some AI. It's okay. But you got to know how to use AI, and AI is just to rephrase something. It could help. I think it could help. Okay, I just put what I put in my template or my cheat sheet, and let's put rephrase this. Rephrase this in the 5th grade reading level. Boom. Just fiddle around with it. Yeah, total fail. Okay. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay. Use some AI to mix things up a bit, make it a little bit more, better. Because I have a general thing to say. And for the lack of time, I'll do this. And from me looking at it, I think it looks good. It's just, this is what I'm putting in the second option of the CFPB complaint. It's a second box. It's labeled, what would be a fair resolution? I could share this with you actually because it doesn't have the client's personal information. It doesn't have anything proprietary. So let me share with you what I wrote here. This is what I wrote. Okay. Notice I didn't put their name yet. What would be a fair resolution to this issue? There are addresses listed that I have never lived at and jobs I never held. I believe this wrong information might belong to someone with a name similar to mine. Because of these mistakes, it's been hard for me to get credit. I'm worried this is stopping me from getting things like loans or even renting an apartment. I would like to request that these addresses and employment details be removed from my credit report. Okay. We're not making this a big deal against the bureaus, all right? We're not giving the bureaus a hard time. In the beginning, they just said we had trouble accessing the credit reports, and we had trouble disputing. Try to keep it simple, even though that's a big deal, you know. The bureaus have been sued by the CFPB, and they've had, you know, $1 million settlements below the tens of millions, or within the low 10, like under 20 million, which in relativity, that's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Okay, so let me download this guy's stuff. Think about it, bureaus, multi-billion-dollar bureaus with tens of millions in lawsuit liabilities. It's not big. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the hearts, whatever the F it is. And this particular client is late on paying me. Imagine that. I'm basically working for free right now, which it sucks. Some people, man, and their promises. Okay, that should work. I know, like, accidents happen, emergencies happen, but when, you know, you're dealing with an emergency every single week, oh my God. What am I to think? Oh shit, I missed one important ingredient. Let me go back and let's go to the email chain. Let's go to Calendly first. I gotta send that guy. Okay, here's a Calendly link. Let me send that to him. I almost forgot. There, he's gonna book a consultation. Oh, whoops, let me send it again. What? Oh, I know why. It needs to be colored differently. This should be black. Okay, cool. I need to get some tier. I'll share with you one ingredient. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to get something for my eyes. I'll be right back. Damn, the live was eating up my data. Can you guys drop a comment? Because I don't know if the connection has got messed up. Let me know if there's any latency, any audio problems or anything like that. Because I just changed to my Wi-Fi. It was on my data right now. All right, let me put this in my eyes. Okay, let me get my glasses. You guys like that? That is the irrigation system. For my aquarium. Let me put these on. Okay. Okay, so this is the one. What I'm also attaching is a screenshot of, let me show you what I'm attaching. I can show you that actually. Oh, let me go back. Let me take a quick look. Measure twice, cut once. All right, check your steps. All right, I can show you this. So, as you can see, sorry, we can't show you today's report. This might mean that your lenders have different personal info for you than we do. Until this issue is resolved, you won't be able to see your report. Quite the case we're building here, right? Already Experian is saying lenders might have, may have different personal information about you than they do, but it's still getting on the report. So there's some effed up stuff going on. So this is going to be really good for this customer. Okay. And I'll show you this. Let me show you this, guys. Okay, I'll show you this part, which is okay. There's nothing, personal on here. Most importantly, I need you to see the attached screenshot that I took from Experian's website with them denying me the right to access my credit report and dispute items as they believe lenders have different personal information about me Okay, so that is, I think the Windex is burning my eyes. So that is the, what's going on here. Do I want to attach anything else? No. Okay. Welcome to the chat. I was just demonstrating. I think someone just joined. I don't know if these numbers are accurate, but I'm just going to assume someone's on. I just saw someone come on. I just demonstrated what is working for this particular client. Now, this doesn't work for everyone. There's, it's a detailed business, detailed job. Some things may not be applicable. It's like water through the cracks. If there's no cracks, there's no water going to go through it. If there's no violations, I can't make up shit, okay? Some people get mad at me because I tell them, hey, man, there's really nothing that can be done that I see, and then they get pissed off. Like, you're supposed to be the best. How come on a YouTube channel you talk so big about yourself and you talk a lot, but you didn't do anything. Well, there's nothing to do, man. What do you want me to do? Lie to you? And they get mad and say I'm a dick. Well, you got to realize that credit repair is not going to work for everybody. Some people just, I think it can work for most people, but let's just say that all this stuff has been reported perfectly. And obviously the bureaus or the creditors may believe it's been reported perfectly, but if you can prove it's reported accurately and they sent you a letter saying, oh, well, we believe it's been already reported perfect. Okay, good. Use that letter against them and go to the higher chain of command. You have to write the book about your financial future, ladies and gentlemen. You have to go to the CFPB. You have to go to the courts, the Attorney General, whatever it is, and get what you want. You have to fight for it. When you dispute items on your credit report, you have to fight. Do you know what it is? You know what it means to fight? It means if you get hit, doesn't mean you lost. It means you get up and you keep on going. But here's the problem. If there's really no violations, you can't really do shit. You have to wait. What do you do when there's no violations? It's rare that happens, but it does happen. Especially if people have hired credit repair companies. And I look in the report. Basically, show me your report, and if I'm working on it, it's because there's violations on it, right? Simple and clear as that. Now, what happens when you have a file where certain things are reported perfectly? What do? As I said before, you can quote me on this. If it's reported perfectly, you can't really do anything for the time being. Then what I would do is I would wait. Sometimes I wait. I don't work on a file. Yeah, I said it. I did it for myself because that's the thing. You need to wait. You need to wait and let the smoke clear and then initiate dispute again. Okay? I can say this with my personal experience. I've worked on my credit in my early 20s. I think 2 times I messed up my credit. The first time I hired someone, they did a pretty good job. Then I made a big mistake and I spread myself too thin. I opened up several offices and I rented out too many properties for Airbnb. I was doing that. Then I got in trouble with that through Airbnb, had some dispute. And then what else? Oh, my cars, had too many cars and I had a repossession and some other stuff I was going through. I just let it go. I was stressed out. So it was a difficult time in my life. And so I just decided not to be responsible and just let things go. I actually got sent to the hospital. Okay, I got into a car accident. All right. And I had to get the car back and then decided, man, life is kind of effed up for me right now. I need to shut things down, recenter myself and fix things. And so went to rehab, started making, I didn't do business. I didn't do business for a couple years. And then I reinvented myself and started over, got new partners and changed. So in that process of credit repair, I sent out disputes myself and things got verified. And immediately when you get that letter back saying all things is verified, that hits you. And it's like, fuck, can't do shit. I'm fucked. No, that's not true. It seemed that way for me when I sent disputes. Then I did the right thing. I waited. The time that the car got repossessed, there were some discrepancies. There were some misreportings between when the auction sold it off and the existing, it was Exeter Finance. There was some big discrepancies there. Then I went at it. I attacked it. That's my specific story, and the moral of the story is that you may have to wait a little bit, all right? So if you've hired me and it seemed like there's no activity, it's usually for a good reason. I tend to not forget that I have clients, even though I have hundreds of them. All right, so back to this before CFPB kicks me out. TransUnion. So here's a good one. Check this out, guys. I'll show you this. What do we have here? What are you guys gonna do? When you see this, what are you gonna pick, huh? You have all these options right here. TransUnion Fraud Victim Assistance. TransUnion Consumer Solutions, TransUnion Credit Reporting Agency, TransUnion Intermediate Holdings Inc., TransUnion Legal, TransUnion Legal Department, TransUnion Litigation Department, TransUnion LLC, TransUnion LLC Consumer Dispute Center, TransUnion Rental Screening Solutions, TransUnion SmartMove. What are you going to do? What are you going to do here? Let me tell you what I'm going to do. All right. I'm just going to go with the one that actually works, because you'll realize that if you choose like this one, it's going to say that, oh, could you give us an address, because it doesn't really exist. And then some of them exist, but they're not the ones that you should dispute with. So what you want to do is you should go to, you can choose consumer dispute center, but realize that's it's LLC, TransUnion LLC, that's the main one. You want to choose TransUnion LLC, that's the main company. But when you address it to consumer dispute center, because TransUnion is a big, entity. It's a big company. So you can do TransUnion LLC Consumer Dispute Center. That would be appropriate. You can do a couple other ones, which I'm not going to mention right now because of the lack of time. Then after this, put the last word of your social in here. How could they say that you didn't identify yourself? I put my social in here. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yes. Do you want to complain about another company? This company will also receive a complaint, including any personal information you include in your explanation or uploaded as part of an attachment in step 3. Well, considering that I'm making complaints against the bureaus, then it's fine. Experian. So you'll have a list of, you can do Experian Information Solutions. Experian Credit Bureau is fine. Have you already tried to fix this problem with the company? You can put yes, and then did you request information from the company? You can put no or yes. If you put yes, you need to list what information did you request, and you need to know what you're doing here. All right. For the lack of time, I'm not going to explain this part, but I'll let you know I'm choosing no. Okay. And then we'll do Equifax. Then we'll click next. Then we'll finish the dispute. This is actually burning my eyes. So if you're born in the Middle East, you might want to put that it's a minority. Government agencies tend to favor minorities. I mean, if they're especially if they're going to ask, they're asking, are you Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin, or your race? They like to get to know these things, right? Especially if these bureaucracies, if you've noticed over time, more and more minorities are getting inside government. And when they have, like, you know, Sotomayor, that lady, Hispanic lady, you know, I guess there is some favoritism or some help, more attention for those types of people, right? So if you are Filipino, Chinese, Asian, you know, I guess anything but white, you know, black definitely, that could be a benefit. You can pull the, you know, the race card. I'm not saying that this is like, you know, a huge deal, but hey, just put it there. You never know. Okay, let's go back. I missed one step. So when you file a complaint with the CFPB, you want to make it public. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. There's a box underneath the what happened section. Put, I want CFPB to publish this description of consumerfinancial.gov, so that you notice that everything that you see in the consumer financial database of things being removed, people have obviously allowed people to view it. So that tells you, that could tell you that, hey, if you put it public, it's a big deal, right? It could help. But there's also disputes that are just not being publicized. We don't know. It's this data that we don't have. But with the data that we do have, there's like hundreds of thousands of disputes. And you can see how other people have disputed this stuff. And it's ended up pretty well. So you could, you know, use that as some reference. All right, I'm finished with this customer, and I hope you guys learned a few things from this live. If anything, how to dispute the CFPB, the possibility that there are variations of your name. You know what your real name is, and if you look at your social security card, you want to make sure that is the only thing being reported on your credit report. Anything other than that, get it off. Get it off clean. Before you get all trigger happy and want to dispute things, make sure your personal information section is fine. That way, if there are variations of your name, you know, you want to minimize the possibility that, hey, someone with a similar name or address is being reported on your credit report. So just make sure you get that shit off, right? That will help you out. For this person, there is clear evidence that suggests there's someone else with a different name and address. There were 4 variations of his name, and there's 6 different addresses, right? And yeah, there's an issue there. This guy told me on the phone, like, I never lived there, so. And we are done. We are done. Let me show you this without compromising anything. Okay. All right, so the complaints are set. The complaints are sent. It looks just like that, right? Look at that right there. It's not a big deal if you see this, the complaint IDs. It's not a big deal, but I'll still leave it up. I'll leave it there. Let's see here. So 15 days, you should receive a response within 15 days after submitting. Okay, so case in point. The complaint is not a big deal. Someone's gonna call, see if you give you a complaint number. You don't have the full name, you can't identify yourself, so it's fine. Typically, I don't want to show that, but hey, it already showed it, so it's fine. You saw right there, 15 days. Sooner than that, right? That's pretty quick. You should receive a response within 15 days. That's 2 weeks. So there is a high chance, or a chance of you getting stuff off done in 2 weeks. From what I've seen, things like this, you'll receive a response within a few days. If it's on a weekend, if you filed Friday, today's Monday, this customer will start getting stuff in the mail like probably Wednesday or Thursday. And then on the credit report, it's going to show shit being changed, all right? When you have a complaint like this is a dream come true for me. So I'm really happy. This guy's going to get a lot of good results. Guys, I got to end this live. I hope you guys learned something. Comment, watch my review playlist. Let me check this out. Let me show you guys. If you guys want to learn more about credit repair, what I want you guys to do is go to my channel. That's me. Okay. This is my channel. And then you want to go to credit repair knowledge and credit repair info. Go there if you want to learn more. And actually go to this one. And just watch all of this. Right? I have a lot of videos, as you can see here. A lot of videos. Not this guy. Yeah. So that's me. As you can see, I put the source of the law in section 602. Right here, it's a pretty good video. I like it a lot. Other people liked it a lot. And if you just want to get a good idea of credit repair, you can watch this playlist. I made a lot of content regarding credit repair. And it's there to help you guys. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the likes. I see we've got a couple likes there. And I will see you guys on the next live call.